Did you know that Oregon is still in the age of the dinosaurs? It's true. In fact, we have a dinosaur of a fish species that swims right through the heart of Oregon. Hi there, Grant McOmie here, your host for Travel Oregon's Grant's Getaways. And in fact, this dinosaur of a fish, it reaches 10 feet long or more and weighs hundreds of pounds. And this week, we try our luck at catching one. Come on along as we head for Oregon's Willamette River with a rod, a reel, and a spirit of adventure.
I had some friends that, invited me out, let's go do this, and I got pretty excited about it. It's really a neat fishery.
Steve Williams says his fishing doesn't slow, despite what the calendar shows.
What I'm looking for now is just find this little bit of current so it'll hold the boat down.
Williams and fishing partner Rick Hargrave are hardcore anglers who don't mind winter's bone-chilling cold.
You ready to throw that anchor?
When there's promise of a fishing hole all their own.
Let her go. It's a simple approach, it's close to home, it's right here in our backyard, and you can catch a big fish. Oh, I saw it hit him. It hit him initially.
Oh, doggone it. I missed him again. Boy, they are so light.
They're it's cold water.
Even colder morning air on the Willamette River, where we cast for a chance to catch the dinosaur of Oregon's fish species called sturgeon. We've shown you sturgeon fishing action before in August's warm glow 100 miles away in the Columbia River estuary near Astoria.
Coming out of the water.
Oh, yeah!
Several down years, obviously, for salmon, and that really got people interested in starting to look for sturgeon and starting to find something that they could get a tug on the rod. Certainly the low-tech nature of it and the ease with which you can generally catch these things at most times of the year make them an awfully popular fish for all ages. That's one of the beauties of them, from kids to certainly adults. Everybody can fish them and have a good time and potentially catch a pretty large fish.
But this is dead of winter, a time when Williams swears by smelt for bait. In fact, he stretches his investment by cutting each in half and spears them with a 5/0 hook, and then a series of half hitches secure the chunks to 80-pound test.
Using pretty heavy gear, because occasionally you get into 7 to 9 foot fish. You want to be able to handle that fish. If you're if you're going to hook him, you might as well be able to land him.
4 ounces of lead slide up and down the main line. An important tip.
They can be fairly sensitive to feeling anything jerking on them. And so this just allows the line to move, the fish can grab the bait and move off from it and not feel that weight.
There's more secrets too, like adding garlic scent to the bait, but be careful how much you use.
What you don't want to do is have this spilled in your boat, otherwise it'll be with you for the whole season.
Williams knows these fish firsthand.
Some of the bigger sturgeon I've ever caught have just bit like just a little teeny trout bite.
Not just from sport fishing on his days off, but as the Fish Division's deputy administrator at Oregon's Fish and Wildlife Department. He says anyone can go eyeball to eyeball with these dinosaur fish anytime at Bonneville Fish Hatchery in the Columbia River Gorge. Hargrave is the department's information director, and he says Oregon Wildlife Heritage Foundation partnered to build the exhibit that shows off the species, showcased by a 10-footer named Herman.
That, to me, is a place where you can go in and see sturgeon in kind of their environment, ask some questions, get more information about it, and it's an amazing fish. The Oregon Wildlife Heritage Foundation has to take a lot of credit in some of the help that they provided in this paying for such a wonderful display. Herman even has its own Facebook, so I think that's kind of cool.
Back on the Willamette, as winter boaters motor past, there's something new to enhance statewide marine travel. Oregon State Marine Board's Boating Access Map. It's interactive, downloadable, and details over 1,000 Oregon boat launches, ramps, and marinas with specific details for each site.
Is there a fee associated with it? What's the construction of the launch? Is it gravel? Is it concrete? Is it asphalt?
Are there restroom facilities? Is there fuel nearby? Are there supplies? Is there picnic areas? Is there campgrounds? Just a tremendous amount of information, and it's also, you can get it on your mobile phone as well. You know, pretty visionary. I don't know of many other states in the country that have this kind of tool available to boaters.
Carskadden says boaters also know that should the worst ever happen, time is critical in water this cold.
41 degrees, you've got about a minute and a half before you're all done. Hypothermia will set in. You will cramp up and you will more than likely drown if you do not wear a PFD, a life vest. And that is the single most important message year in and year out, decade after decade, is wear your PFDs, wear your life vest.
So the secret on this is what? Hold on for dear life?
Hold on for dear life and
Enjoy the ride.
keep tension on them.
Look at this.
That's a pretty good
What do you
fish.
think?
This little bigger fish,
How deep was this hole?
90 feet.
90 feet
We were
down
90
there.
feet down there.
It's a big fish.
This is the fun part. This is the part that everybody enjoys, getting big fish. There's not many places you can go get big fish like this. So I just stay right on them. If the fish is real large, we'll drop off the anchor and chase them. This is what sturgeon fishing's about. There he is. Nice fish.
Look at that.
Oversized.
Oh, look at that fish.
It's remarkable to see and consider a species that's been swimming across the planet for 200 million years.
48, 50 inches long, 15 to 18 years old, maybe. Could be 20. This is their sense of smell here. If Rick can turn him on his side just a little bit, you'll notice their protection measure. These are scutes that run up and down the side of the fish. They can be very sharp. You'll notice their eyes are very, very small. They don't use those much for visibility.
Williams prefers to leave the sturgeon in the water. Less damage to the fish that way, and a bit of respect due a species so old.
They're a very long-lived species, very productive species, and they're just an amazing critter. Very, very unique in the world of fish.
All right, here he goes.
Golly, that was fabulous. Congratulations to all of us.
Yeah,
huh?
there you go.
That's fabulous.
You got it.
Boat operator, hook setter.
Hook setter.
I'm worn out.
The Willamette River provides a catch and release sturgeon fishery you can enjoy anytime.
Pound for pound, catching sturgeon in the Willamette River or the Columbia River is an absolute blast, as is a visit to Bonneville Fish Hatchery to see Herman the sturgeon. And we've got all the details, directions, and contact information so you can make your own outdoor adventure and find out more about sturgeon right here on the Travel Oregon website. So until next week, get out here and explore the great Oregon outdoors and let Travel Oregon be your guide. For Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McOmie.